Fasting can be a great way to explore the conditioning that you are dealing with in your recovery from trauma, from childhood, or if you just want to use it to get in better shape, all the power to you. I've been fasting for over 50 years with experimenting with various patterns of eating and fasting and examining what happens to my body during the fast, and also seeing how my body reacts to different foods during the eating window, and then watching how I perform after eating. So let me first say I'm not a doctor, and this can be a very sensitive subject for some people, because if you're not in great shape or great health, you can really complicate things in your life by changing your diet, changing anything. But pursuing fasting can put stress on your organs and your body, your lifestyle, your support system, or lack of support for trying to do something more with yourself. So let me just throw that caution out there to be careful. I'm not going to tell you to go see a doctor or go see a nutritionist, but do your own research, or you can contact me and I'll try to get you in touch with the people that might be able to help guide you from wherever you are in your life today into an exploration for yourself of a fasting or a dietary change that could change your life. So if I'm not a doctor, but I've been doing this for a long time, what am I? I consider myself a researcher, and I am in exceptional shape. And for over 2 years, I've been basically eating 2 days a week. And I know that can be kind of shocking to people, and it's not something that, when I go out and I ask the AI researchers to tell me who else is eating 2 days a week, they don't come back with any good answers. They think that I'm actually mixing things up, that I must be eating 5 days a week and fasting too. But no, let me be clear. I'm essentially fasting from Sunday night at about 8 p.m. until Friday afternoon. Sometimes, it's noon, which is about 112 hours. And sometimes I'm waiting until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So there's 164 hours in a week. And for the better part of, let me just say over 2 years, I've been experimenting with a pattern that puts my body into a highly healing state where I use autophagy to basically rebuild my body, because autophagy promotes growth hormone and generates stem cells and puts your body into a highly rejuvenated state. And I can talk more about the fasting benefits later if you're interested. But let me just, for this video, I wanted to lay out exactly what I've been doing. And I've had some exceptional results, and it leads to a lot of mental clarity if you have the discipline to do this, and the health. So I fast consecutively for 112 hours, maybe 116 some weeks. And then there's about 52 hours remaining over the weekend, basically from Friday afternoon until Sunday night. That's this 52-hour window. And in that 52 hours, I eat during about 32 of those hours. And I'm very careful about what I put into my body during that time, because after you've been doing this long enough, you learn your body and you learn what is working for you and what is causing inflammation and what's causing distress. and it really opens your mind up. And there's a bunch of other benefits that I'll probably talk about later in another video, but it does give you a lot of mental clarity during that fasting period, and you can gain a lot of insights into yourself. You can see into the lifestyle and the community and the people around you in ways that you probably have never imagined. And well, you can't imagine it. It's so much better in reality when you really feel into your life in these fasted states, because they really remove all of the insulation from your senses, and you can experience things so much more fully in a fasted state. And whenever you do dial in on the foods that really do work best for you, then it makes all 7 days just an order of magnitude better. So, and let me just tell you, during the week when I'm fasting, Sunday night, into Friday afternoon, I make sure that I do take some supplements, and I do take some electrolytes with the water that I drink. So this is not a dry fast, but it is a fast that I'm basically doing to try to put my body into autophagy and to really clean out my system during the week. And as I've refined the process over the years, and I've learned what foods are best for me to eat during that eating window, I found that during the fasting window, my body feels even better. So I think it's probably different for every human being. I think we each have a unique dietary regimen that really works best for us, and you may have to experiment with it. So what works, great for me may not work for everyone else. But I do know that the electrolytes and some supplementation is very helpful during the week to maintain first of all, your health. But then I think there's also some benefits to allowing you to work out during the week. So I work out basically 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I take these supplements to keep all of the nutrients, like the sodium levels and the various electrolytes, like, potassium and magnesium, and I can get into that later too if you want. But basically, I experiment, and I find something that feels right and is giving me the results that I'm looking for, and I just kind of lock into it, and I kind of forget a lot of the chemistry and the physics, behind it, and just kind of lock into that pattern and hang on to it and use it. So, but those electrolytes are real important if you want to experiment with this. And then I've also got a very carefully crafted set of sequence that I go through when I break the fast. On Friday afternoon, I'm very careful to follow this one sequence, because you have to wake up your body. And if you're not careful, there are incidences or stories that I've heard and warnings that I've found from doctors about shocking your system, and that can cause death, and it can put you into the hospital if you're not careful. So breaking the fast is a very sensitive time, and you don't want to throw a bunch of donuts into your system and a bunch of sugar all of a sudden, because you're basically, you could just really be creating a really bad experience for yourself and defeating all of the real benefits of doing this kind of regimen. And it is something that I've found that I can sustain, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I feel great. And I do have the support of some people around me. I'm very fortunate in that respect. I don't have a wide conformed, circle of people, but people still do look at me kind of strange when they learn that I don't eat out at restaurants. I'm very selective about when I eat and what I eat. So I hope that's beneficial to you. And if you're interested, send me more information. I'll put some more videos up with more information about fasting and how you can use it to improve your life, get clear on trauma, and penetrate the conditioning that may be creating some of the recurring negative themes in your life and allow you to get free and clear. I'm Mark Roach. All the best.